Under contemporary globalization, inevitably, labor markets have become increasingly integrated and interdependent. In order to manage international labor mobility more effectively, especially in those emerging markets and developing countries, new labor migration policies have been established, or the existing ones have been reorganized rapidly. At this point, achieving a right balance between the protection of local employment and the relaxation of barriers before high-skilled foreign labor has been the main concern of the nations, which led to the introduction of effective tools in the management of international labor mobility. 2003 has been a remarkable year for Turkey to review its rules and principles dealing with the employment of foreign workers in Turkey. As one of the most popular destinations within the global labor market, Turkey has introduced and effectively has reformed a new system to control foreign labor immigration. In the purpose of centralization of work permits system under one code, Law number 4817 on work permits of foreigners was originally enacted in 2003 as the principal legislation in controlling entry of foreign nationals in the Turkish labor market. Subsequently, the same year, regulation on the implementation of law on work permits for foreigners has been introduced to set forth the rules and principles regarding the implementation of the law on work permits of foreigners. Furthermore, within the context of encouraging foreign direct investments, a new Foreign Direct Investment Act was voted and became effective as of 5th of June 2003. Under the new FDI law, a special treatment is granted to the employment of expatriates, with a separate regulation on the employment of expats under foreign direct investments. To encourage the employers to seek to employ high-skilled foreign workers, as well as to prevent informal foreign employment in Turkey, the past few years have been witnessed both systematical and procedural reforms in the Turkish legislation about the foreign labor migration, simplification of the eligibility conditions in work permit applications, adaptation of new automated systems for the work permit applications, a shortening of the period of the finalization of work permit applications, and a reduction in the procedural costs of the applications might be considered main themes of the reform in the Turkish work permit system. There is no doubt that those further amendments have been provided to the Turkish work permit system a more simplified, understandable, and a dynamic outlook. The law on work permits of foreigners provides a legal framework about the employment of foreigners in Turkey by specifying the rules and the principles to be applied at the procedures concerning work permits of foreigners. The law, in its relevant sections, specifies the types of work permits, outlines the exemptions and restrictions, and formulates the rules about granting, extending, rejecting, and cancelling the working permissions.